Welcome back. Today, we explore some of the rarest and most valuable coins in the world. Today, we're diving into the world of copper wheat pennies, coins that could potentially make you rich. First up, the 1956 Lincoln Wheat Cent is a fascinating coin within the long and storied series of American pennies. This particular version, without a mint mark, is the standard issue coin for that year and often holds a special place in the hearts of collectors, particularly because of its historical context and the minor but meaningful variations it presents over time. Despite being from the more common era of wheat pennies, when it is found in certain conditions or with errors, it can still be worth a significant amount. In 1956, the United States was in the midst of a post-World War II economic boom. The economy was growing rapidly, and there was a sense of optimism in the air. The penny, struck in copper, was an important part of everyday life for many. The 1956 Lincoln Wheat Cent features the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, which had been in circulation for decades since its introduction in 1902. The mintage of the 1956 wheat penny was relatively high compared to other years, with more than 1 billion coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint. However, these coins are still valuable in certain grades, especially in fine to extremely fine condition. The 1956 large date variety, which we're discussing here, is one of the more prominent variations in the coin's history, featuring the distinctive larger digits for the date. However, when this coin is in damaged condition, its value shifts, while most coins with significant damage experience a decrease in value. Collectors still often seek damaged examples if the damage is not too severe, as long as the original design and details are still visible. The coin's value fluctuates in today's auction market, but due to the increasing interest in damaged or as-is condition coins, some rare specimens can still fetch a significant price, ranging between $87,000 or more, depending on the severity and placement of the damage. The 1956 wheat penny is struck in copper, with the obverse showing Abraham Lincoln's bust facing right. Above Lincoln's image is the inscription Liberty, and below it is the year 1956. The reverse side features 2 ears of wheat framing the inscription E pluribus unum and 1 cent. Surrounding this is the phrase United States of America, and at the bottom, United States of America. The design is simple yet elegant, with the focus clearly on the figure of Lincoln and the wheat, symbols of America's history and agriculture. The market value of a 1956 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark and in damaged condition generally holds steady within the range of $86,000, but some specimens may fetch higher prices if they have a desirable level of wear or unusual errors. But coin collectors and investors often seek out specific years and designs, and this particular penny, despite its damage, can still attract significant interest if it has a particular characteristic or charm. Coins with minimal damage that have clear, discernible features and any proof of rarity or historical significance are more likely to appreciate in value. The 1956 penny is often of interest to collectors due to the potential for errors. There are some rare examples of doubled dies and other minor errors that increase the value of this coin. Damaged coins that are not too far gone, showing clear characteristics and minting errors, remain in demand because they represent a unique history of that specific coin's production. Some buyers see damaged coins as an investment opportunity, as these coins can often be found at much lower prices than their undamaged counterparts, and in time, the value can appreciate as collectors' taste evolve. Next up, to a slightly earlier time in the history of Lincoln wheat pennies, the 1937 Lincoln Wheat Cent is another highly valued coin. Like the 1956 penny, the 1937 version features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. However, the historical significance of the 1937 penny is much more profound, as it comes from a time of economic recovery in the United States, just after the Great Depression. These coins reflect a nation that was rebuilding and recovering, both economically and socially. The 1937 Lincoln Wheat Cent was minted during the era of the Great Depression, and the country was beginning to pull itself out of one of the worst economic downturns in history. The penny itself carries the weight of this important historical period and has become a symbol of perseverance. The coin saw a total mintage of around 316 million, which, at the time, was considered a very high number, yet it remains valuable to collectors due to its age and status as part of a highly collectible series of coins. The 1937 penny was minted in several locations, but the most common one without a mint mark was the Philadelphia Mint. With a mintage figure of over 316 million, the 1937 penny is one of the most common years in the Lincoln Wheat series. However, this doesn't detract from its value. The 1937 Lincoln penny in circulated condition can still fetch prices ranging from $10,000s for lower grades, while coins in better conditions, such as fine or very fine, can be worth significantly more $19,500 or more in some cases. Like other pennies in the Lincoln Wheat series, the 1937 penny features the likeness of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, and the reverse features 2 ears of wheat framing the inscription E pluribus unum and 1 cent with the words United States of America surrounding the wheat. The coin is known for its clean design and simple yet powerful imagery of America's leader and its agricultural roots. The value of a 1937 Lincoln Wheat penny in circulated condition largely depends on the grade. Coins that are well worn and heavily circulated may only be worth thousands of dollars, while examples in better condition can command much higher prices. Coins in fine to very fine condition are worth more and can fetch prices of around $20,000 or more, especially for those without mint marks. As this coin continues to age, its rarity in high grades will only increase, leading to higher prices on the secondary market. Errors and variety coins are a significant part of the collector's world, and the 1937 penny has its fair share of valuable varieties. For instance, there are double die errors in the 1937 series where the coin has a slight double imprint, making it particularly valuable. Collectors often seek out these error coins because they are unique and incredibly rare. Such pennies could be worth hundreds of dollars depending on the error type and the overall condition of the coin. Next up, the 1941 Abraham Lincoln Wheat Copper 1 cent coin with the S Mint mark holds immense historical and numismatic value. This coin was produced as part of the renowned Lincoln Wheat Cent series, which was minted from 1909 to 1958. The series, designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner, showcases the likeness of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, and is one of the longest-running designs in U.S. mint history. The 1941 Lincoln Wheat Cent features a large date version, which has become a distinguishing factor for collectors. This particular coin, bearing the S Mint mark indicating it was minted at the San Francisco Mint, was struck during the height of the Second World War, a period in history that makes these coins even more significant. During this time, copper was a valuable resource, and the mint had to deal with wartime production limitations, making these coins rare to find in good condition today. The 1941 Lincoln Wheat Cent with the S Mint mark was minted in large quantities, but the coin's history goes far beyond just its mintage numbers. The S Mint produced 206,925,000 of these cents, which is a considerable amount for a coin from the early 20th century. But when compared to other rare and limited-run coins, the value of well-preserved specimens continues to rise. However, in terms of market value, condition is everything. Finding a 1941 Lincoln Wheat Cent in fine condition which typically shows moderate wear but clear details is key to unlocking its value. Coins that show heavy wear or damage fetch lower prices, but fine condition examples have garnered substantial attention in recent years, especially as the demand for wheat cents continues to rise among collectors. In fine condition, the 1941 Lincoln Wheat Cent with an S Mint mark can be worth anywhere from $80,000 depending on the specifics of the coin and its market demand. What sets the S Mint mark version apart is the high quality of detail in the design. The use of copper, combined with the crisp strike from the San Francisco Mint, means that well-preserved examples often showcase intricate features, especially on Lincoln's hair and facial features. This makes the coin highly sought after by collectors for its aesthetic beauty as well as its historical significance. One of the most fascinating aspects of the 1941 Lincoln wheat cent with the S mint mark is the potential for errors. There are several varieties of this coin, including overdates and die cracks, which can significantly increase the value. For example, any error related to the S mint mark, like the sinking or doubling of the mint mark, could lead to a higher premium on the coin. The collector interest in these coins is enormous, driven by the large date and mint mark variety, as well as their historical context tied to the wartime era. The fact that the San Francisco Mint had to operate under pressure during World War II makes this coin even more desirable. The interest from both new collectors and seasoned numismatists ensures that 1941 Lincoln wheat cents with the S mint mark are consistently valued in today's market. In today's auction market, a 1941 Lincoln wheat cent with the S mint mark in fine condition can fetch a price between $88,000, depending on factors such as the specific auction, the number of bidders, and the overall demand for the coin. In exceptional condition, such as very fine or extra fine, the value can climb significantly higher, sometimes reaching $96,000 or more. As always, rarity and condition are key drivers of price in the world of numismatics. Next up, the 1957 Lincoln wheat copper 1 cent without a mint mark might seem less remarkable at first glance, but its historical significance and market value make it highly collectible. Struck during the post-Whitty era, this coin represents a transitional moment in U.S. coinage history. By 1957, the U.S. Mint had already begun to phase out the wheat cent design in favor of the new Lincoln Memorial cent, which would debut in 1959. Though the 1957 wheat cent had a relatively large mintage, many examples were heavily circulated, making high-quality pieces harder to find today. This particular coin, without a mint mark, was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which produced 1.52 billion examples, a significant number, but still scarce in certain conditions. The 1957 Lincoln wheat cent was minted at a time when the U.S. economy was transitioning from the effects of WEI to a more prosperous post-war period. The coins produced during this time were made from a copper alloy composition, just like previous years. However, because of the sheer number of coins produced and the wear they endured in circulation, the 1957 wheat cent in dirty condition doesn't always garner top prices. Coins with dirt or corrosion can be challenging to assess, and their value can vary widely depending on their condition. Despite the high mintage, this coin in dirty condition can still attract considerable attention from collectors due to its age and connection to the end of the wheat cent series. These coins can fetch prices around $16,000 in dirty condition, depending on the severity of the dirt and wear. However, cleaning such coins is not recommended, as it can reduce their value even further. What makes this coin interesting is that it represents the tail end of the wheat cent series before the introduction of the Lincoln Memorial cent in 1959. This gives it a unique place in U.S. numismatics, as it's the last year before the design change. Collectors often seek out this particular coin for its historic significance. There are several interesting error varieties within the 1957 Lincoln wheat cent, including die cracks, doubled dies, and mintage variations. These errors can significantly increase the coin's value. For example, coins with a doubled die or reverse die cracks are much more valuable and can fetch prices upwards of $14,000 or more, even in less than perfect condition. The collector interest in the 1957 wheat cent is high because it marks the last year of production for the wheat cent design. Collectors who are focused on completing full sets, or those specializing in Lincoln cents, tend to target coins from this year. While a dirty coin won't fetch top dollar, it still holds great appeal to those seeking to complete their collection or find rare errors. In the current market, a 1957 Lincoln wheat cent without a mint mark in dirty condition typically sells for around $20,000 depending on its wear. However, if the coin is found with rare errors, its value can rise significantly. For example, 1957 coins with doubled die errors can see prices jump to $50,000 or more, depending on the error's rarity. Next up, the 1939 Lincoln wheat penny is an intriguing coin with substantial collector demand, especially when it comes with the S-Mint mark. Let's break down why this coin is so valuable and what makes it stand out. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series, minted from 1909 to 1958, is one of the most recognized and beloved coin series in U.S. history. Introduced during the presidency of Abraham Lincoln's centennial, the coin celebrated one of the most important figures in American history. The wheat ears on the reverse of the coin were a nod to the agricultural history of the United States, and the obverse, featuring a bust of Lincoln, immortalized the 16th president on everyday currency. By 1939, the U.S. was emerging from the Great Depression, which had had a significant impact on coin production and circulation. The 1939 wheat pennies were produced in large quantities, with the S-Mint mark being struck in San Francisco, where a portion of these coins came from. The 1939 Lincoln Wheat Penny saw an overall mintage of around 1.2 billion coins. However, the S-Mint mark version is more rare than the coins struck at the Philadelphia and Denver mints. While it wasn't minted in extraordinarily low quantities, this particular penny has grown in value over the years, especially for those in fine condition. In fine condition, the 1939 S. Lincoln Wheat Penny can command a price in the range of $3 to $10, depending on its specific grade and demand. However, in higher grades, such as very fine or extra fine, the value can rise to $32,000 or more. And for mint state specimens, especially those with a unique or unusual appearance, prices can easily climb into the hundreds, particularly if the coin exhibits some unique qualities or comes with certification from major numismatic organizations like PCGs or NGC. The coin features one of the most famous designs in U.S. coinage. The obverse front shows Abraham Lincoln's profile, designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner. It's a striking image of the president, instantly recognizable and evoking respect for the man who guided the nation through the Civil War. Surrounding his image are the words liberty and the year of minting. What makes the 1939 S coin particularly valuable is its excellent strike and the way it displays the details of the wheat stalks and the Lincoln portrait. Well-struck examples in fine condition will have clear outlines, and while the coin's overall detail might be worn, the defining features will still be prominent. While the 1939 S. Lincoln Wheat Penny is not known for having major minting errors, collectors are often interested in coins with unique qualities such as die cracks, double strikes, or other minor imperfections. Though not as famous as error coins like the 1943 copper penny or the 1955 double die, collectors still value these nuances because they add rarity and intrigue to the coin's history. For instance, some collectors may find a specific D mark or unique wear pattern that sets their coin apart. These traits can influence the market price, with coins carrying rare characteristics often fetching higher auction prices. Additionally, a certified 1939 sit in top condition could sell for significantly more at auction, especially if it's from a famous collection or has been in circulation longer than most. Collectors are drawn to the 1939 S. Lincoln Penny because of its link to the 1930s, a period that was pivotal in American history. Coins from this era provide a tangible connection to a time of significant social and economic upheaval, and owning one can be a great way to engage with history. Next up, we have one of the most famous and widely collected wheat pennies in U.S. coin history, the 1955 Lincoln Wheat Penny with a D mint mark. While you might think that coins in dirty condition would carry little value, the 1955 D penny has remained highly prized due to the rarity of certain types of errors and the collector demand for this year's coin. The 1955 Lincoln Wheat Penny marks the final years of the series before the transition to the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. By this time, the U.S. had fully recovered from the effects of the Great Depression, and the economy was booming in the post-World War II era. The U.S. Mint had ramped up production to meet the demands of a growing economy, meaning large numbers of wheat pennies were minted in the mid-1950s. In 1955, the D Mint mark, struck in Denver, indicated that the coins came from that facility. The 1955 penny is often notable because of the presence of one of the most famous error coins ever minted, the 1955 double-die penny. While the regular version of the coin was minted in large quantities and found in circulation, it is the double-die variety that brings high prices at auction. The mintage of the 1955 D. Lincoln Wheat penny was substantial. Over 1 billion coins were struck that year. However, a small percentage of these pennies displayed an error that has captured the attention of collectors. The most famous of these is the double-die variety, which occurs when the die used to strike the coin was misaligned during the minting process, resulting in a visible doubling of the letters and numbers on the coin. While the 1955 D, in dirty condition, typically holds minimal value $46,000, the value skyrockets if the coin is identified as a double-die error. These coins, in uncirculated condition or certified grades, can sell for thousands of dollars, especially if they are certified by a grading company. Even though the coin in dirty condition may not reach such high values, it is still of interest to collectors, particularly those who are building out sets of Lincoln Wheat pennies or who appreciate the unique character that comes with circulated, well-loved coins. The 1955 D. Lincoln penny maintains the same iconic design as the earlier coins in the series. On the obverse, we see Abraham Lincoln's profile, surrounded by the inscriptions Liberty and the year of minting. The reverse shows the wheat ears, along with the E Pluribus Unum motto and the 1-cent denomination. However, the 1955 D coin stands out not because of the design alone, but because of the fascinating error associated with it. The double-die effect on the 1955 penny is most visible in the Liberty and In God We Trust inscriptions, where the letters appear to be doubled due to the error. As mentioned earlier, the 1955 double-die penny is a key to the success of this particular coin. The error has become one of the most famous and sought-after varieties in US numismatics. Even in lower grades, the 1955 D double-die can command hundreds of dollars, with higher grade examples reaching well over $456,000 at auction. This error has generated massive collector interest, not only for its rarity, but also for the historical significance of the time period. The 1955 penny is often a must-have for Lincoln penny collectors, making it a key coin in many collections. Many collectors search through boxes of pennies, hoping to stumble upon the elusive double-die variety. Next up, the 1944 Abraham Lincoln Wheat penny, featuring the D mint mark, is part of the famous wheat series struck by the US, mint from 1909 to 1958. The 1944 series is especially significant as it falls just after World War II, a time when the US was transitioning from wartime production to peacetime priorities. This particular penny is made of 95 copper and 5 tin and zinc, a composition that was used for decades in the production of the Lincoln cent. During World War II, the United States had a massive shortage of copper, which was diverted to military production. As a result, the US Mint produced the 1943 Lincoln pennies from steel, known as the steel pennies. However, by 1944, copper was available again, so the US Mint returned to using copper for the production of pennies, including the 1944 issue. The D mint mark on this particular penny indicates it was struck at the Denver Mint, which was one of the main mints involved in coin production during this period. The mint mark is a small letter D found near the bottom of the reverse side of the coin, below the word once. The 1944 Lincoln penny features the iconic design created by sculptor Victor David Brenner. On the obverse, we see a bust of President Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, with the inscriptions Liberty and In God We Trust. The reverse of the coin features 2 stalks of wheat, symbolizing prosperity and abundance, with the phrase E Pluribus above and 1 cent below. What makes this coin special is not just its historical significance, but also its design and its place in the broader context of coin collecting. Over the years, the design has become synonymous with American coinage, making it a popular piece among collectors. The mintage of the 1944 Lincoln Wheat penny was massive, with over 1 billion coins produced across 3 different mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. However, Despite the large mintage, the 1944 D penny stands out in the market due to its condition, rarity in higher grades, and collector demand. In fine condition, a 1944 D Lincoln penny can fetch anywhere between $77,000 depending on factors like the coin's quality, patina, and demand in the market. Higher quality coins can be worth much more, especially if they are graded in extra fine or uncirculated conditions. In today's auction market, pristine examples can sell for upwards of $82,000 or more. Although the 1944 Lincoln penny with a D mint mark is generally considered a common coin, there are rare error varieties that increase its value. One of the most notable errors related to the 1944 Lincoln penny is the 1944 steel penny error, where some steel pennies from 1943 were mistakenly mixed into the 1944 production. These are extremely rare, and examples of these error coins can fetch thousands of dollars at auction. The 1944 D penny is still highly collectible due to its historical significance and its continued presence in coin collecting circles. The coin appeals not only to collectors of Lincoln cents, but also to those interested in wartime-era U.S. coins. In particular, individuals who enjoy collecting based on mintage years, mint marks, and condition will be especially drawn to this piece. Next up, the 1956 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny is another important piece in the Lincoln cent series. By 1956, the U.S. was long past the turmoil of World War II and was experiencing a post-war economic boom. The production of pennies in 1956 was part of the large-scale coin production aimed at meeting the increased demand for currency in a growing economy. The 1956 Lincoln cent, bearing the D mint mark, was minted at the Denver Mint. At this time, the U.S. Mint had already produced billions of pennies, but the 1956 coins are still considered important among collectors, particularly due to the fine details in their design. The design of the 1956 Lincoln penny follows the standard design created by Victor David Brenner. The obverse features a profile of Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse shows two stalks of wheat. The 1956 penny has a particularly sharp and well-struck design with clean lines and well-defined features. The overall simplicity of the design, combined with the historical significance of Lincoln as a leader during the Civil War, makes the penny a symbol of American resilience. The high demand for these coins, especially those in fine condition, is a testament to their lasting appeal among collectors. The 1956 Lincoln wheat penny with the D mint mark has a mintage of over 1 billion coins, which is relatively high compared to other years in the series. However, this does not mean that the coin is without value. In fine condition, the 1956 D penny can be worth anywhere from $10,000 depending on the quality of the coin. Higher grades, such as extra fine or uncirculated, will fetch a significantly higher price. Coins that have been well preserved and are in higher grades can sell for up to $13,000 or more in the current auction market, particularly if they exhibit sharp details and minimal wear. The value of this coin has steadily increased over time due to its status as a part of the iconic Lincoln cent series. The 1956 D penny is not known for many rare errors, but collectors may still be on the lookout for any oddities. Some minor minting errors, such as off-center strikes or die cracks, can make certain coins more desirable. While the coin may not be as famous for errors as other years, its strong design and place in U.S. coinage history make it an appealing choice for both novice and advanced collectors. The 1956 D penny holds a steady place in the hearts of collectors, especially those who focus on building a complete collection of Lincoln cents. Its value continues to rise, particularly for well-maintained examples, due to its association with the rich history of American currency. Next up, the 1918 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny is a cornerstone of American coinage. Produced as part of the famous Lincoln wheat cent series, this coin has been circulated in the U.S. for over a century, making it not only historically significant but also valuable to collectors. The wheat cent design, which was introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, has become one of the most recognizable coin designs in U.S. history. This specific 1918 penny, issued without a mint mark, was produced during a tumultuous time in American history, just after the end of World War I. The United States had just emerged as a global power, and the economy was shifting as the country adjusted to peacetime production. The year 1918 also saw significant changes in the American economy, including the rise of the industrial age and the beginning of mass production techniques. During this period, coinage was needed in large quantities for the growing population, and the 1918 wheat cent without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which was the main facility responsible for producing coins at the time. While the 1918 penny is not rare, its value in circulated condition has been steadily increasing due to its age and the historical significance of the Lincoln design. Collectors often look for well-preserved examples, though even coins with visible wear can carry substantial value. The mintage of the 1918 wheat penny is over 200 million, which means it is not among the rarest coins of the series. However, its value fluctuates based on factors like condition, market trends, and demand from collectors. In circulated condition, a 1918 penny typically has a value ranging from $45,000 depending on the wear and tier. However, coins in higher grades or with unique characteristics can fetch much higher prices. In the current market, the 1918 wheat penny has shown potential for substantial appreciation. Well-circulated specimens can go for $49,000, while coins with minimal wear and cleaner surfaces might be worth $46,000. The demand for Lincoln cents is always high, especially when they are in good condition or when they come from key years like the 1918. Mint errors and other unique features can dramatically increase the price of these coins, sometimes reaching hundreds of dollars or more in rare cases. The coin was made of 95 copper and 5 tin and zinc. Despite its relatively low metal content, the coin's historical significance and design make it one of the most cherished pennies among collectors. While the 1918 penny isn't particularly rare, collectors often seek out coins with errors or unique features. Some of the most valuable 1918 pennies are those that have minting errors, such as double die errors, misstrikes, or weak strikes that make the design appear incomplete. The most desirable versions are those with the best level of preservation, as collectors are always on the lookout for coins that exhibit minimal wear. A 1918 penny in mint state misses can be valued at several $100s, especially if it has been well preserved and carefully stored over the years. Auction results consistently show that Lincoln cents from this era continue to be highly sought after, especially when they come with an interesting story or history behind them. Collectors are drawn to the 1918 wheat penny because it represents a key point in American history. For many, collecting Lincoln cents is a way to celebrate and remember the legacy of one of America's most revered presidents. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and leave your comments below. And as always, keep hunting for those rare treasures